forget one time I was preaching under the tent, and I preached hard, and there was a big altar call, and there was a woman that came up to me. She was about 40, early 40s, and she was at the altars, and she was weeping, and my message was something about getting in connection with God. There's nothing like having a relationship with Him, something of that nature. But she comes down to the altars, and she was trembling, and it was something different about her. You can tell she wasn't like the other group that was there. And she walked up to me, and she come to me privately, and she whispered in my ear. She said, my name is such and such. I can't tell you her name. And she said, I'm a known evangelist in this city. And she said, but your message has convicted me so hard. She was crying. She said, I've preached at this church. I've preached at that church. She said, I've been around the world evangelizing. She said, I've been doing it ever since I was a teenager. But she said, today I got to confess something. She said, I need you to pray for me because I don't have a relationship with God. Hear me when I tell you this. I couldn't believe what I heard. I said, excuse me, tell me that again. I said, you who and you what? She said, I preached. She said, I've studied the Bible. I've been through seminars. She said, I've learned from some of the best. She said, I know how to carry myself. She said, I know how to say exactly what they want me to say. She said, I can go in the Bible and learn scriptures and put it together and deliver you a message. But she said, I got one problem. I don't know God. She said, I don't have a relationship with Him like you do. She said, I can feel it all over you. And she said, when you lay hands on me and when you pray for me, and when I got close to her and I began to lay hands on her, I could smell the nicotine all over her. When she told me her name, I didn't remember who she was. And I said, oh my God, it's true. The Bible talks about it. They're going out there, some that have been sent by the Lord, those that have went on their own. And I don't know who some of them other ones are. Hey, I don't know what you want to call them. But they're out there, and they don't have a relationship with God. God sent me here tonight to tell every young person, every old person, and all of y'all that are listening outside of these tents, there's nothing like being in a relationship with God. But we need to check ourselves and check our relationships and see if it's that relationship that God has called you to. Because if it is, you ought to be illuminated. Somebody ought to know. Somebody ought to feel something by you when they go past you. Yeah. You ought to be able to touch somebody and you ought to shiver when you get close to them. If you have a relationship with God. There's some places I go, I have to control myself. And there's some things I can't even say because if I do, it's going to come to pass. Because I got a relationship with God. That's how powerful. And she blew my mind when she said that. You mean to tell me that they're working in ministries, they're singing in the choirs, they're ushers, they're doing all of these things, and you think they have a relationship with God and they don't? A whole lot of them sitting up under this tent tonight. Yeah. You can say what you want. You can put your dance on and you can look like what you want to look like. But the reality is God sees you. God knows you. Church, we can get in a relationship with everything else, but when it comes down to God, we don't want to do that the right way, do we? Oh, I wish I had some help. I'm not going to have a friend in the world when I leave you tonight. Y'all gonna mess me up. I'm not going to have a friend in the world. There are several things that you need to know. Listen, it's very important. There are several things that you need to know about a relationship with man and God. I'm just going to tell you, these principles work for both, and I'm going to help somebody tonight. I'm going to say it again. There's several things that you need to know about a relationship with man and with God. These are points that you need to think of. The very first thing that you need to know about a relationship with God and man is that you must have an understanding of the relationship. That's what I love about this church. I can take my time and I can just soak this stuff in you. You must have a relationship. I mean, you in a relationship with God or with man, you need to have an understanding of it before you try to get into it. Now, here's what troubles me, Bishop, is that they can go and pluck their brains and study and do all they can, research all this. They can go and get understanding of everything pertaining to that smartphone and them iPads and all that stuff. You'll go and get understanding of it. You'll do whatever it takes so that you can have it and learn how to operate it, or shall I say, be in a relationship with it. You need it, it needs you, so on and so on. You'll do that, but when it comes to God, we don't want to put forth the effort. God say tell them that they got to have understanding of it before you get into it. Why hadn't people tried to understand God? Listen, the word understand is defined as this. Put it up there for them. The power of comprehending. If you're going to be in a relationship with a man, if you're going to be in a relationship with a woman, if you're going to be in a relationship with God, you need to have some understanding. It is the power of comprehending. The word comprehend is defined as this: knowledge gained by. If you're going to be in a relationship with God, you need to know something about Him. You need to have gained some kind of knowledge about Him, about somebody, or some kind of way. That's the same way if you're going to be in a relationship with an individual. Who in their right mind want to get in a relationship with somebody and don't have any knowledge about the individual? Boom! It don't make sense. It doesn't add up. God says that you gotta have an understanding of the matter so that the relationship won't hurt.